Thanks for joining us. I'm Charlie Ehlenfeld.
And I'm Parker Davis. Welcome to Newswatch.
We've had a taste of spring after another snowfall earlier this week, but how long will it last?
I'm wondering the same thing, Charlie. Let's go ahead and send it over to forecaster Zach Farnell to find out.
Well, thanks, guys. It's going to be a little bit of a complicated question to answer here because we're just in such a roller coaster pattern. Right now across much of southeast Ohio, looking at temperatures really warm here in those mid, maybe some upper 50s, even nearly 60 degrees down there in Huntington. It's been a lot because of those very clear skies. If you got to be outside today, you notice just how spring-like it felt. Look at this clear slot we're seeing right here in Ohio. That's going to move out quickly. Here comes this quick-hitting snow system moving in tonight. One model says this is how it'll play out, coming through much of the area overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Again, let's take a look at it one more time. Look how quickly that moves through. Less than half an inch of snowfall expected from this. The morning commute might be impacted. The biggest impact, it's going to be a little bit chilly. Bring your jackets, your sweatshirts tonight if you're out tomorrow morning as well. A chance of snow will be moving through by the time we get to tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be nice, it's going to be warm, and it should be a beautiful weekend ahead.
President Donald Trump arrived on Capitol Hill Tuesday night with lagging approval ratings and his party midterm elections at stake.
Immigration, tariffs, and inflation took center stage during his address, but many of his claims were misleading or not fact-based. Karen Kafa has lawmakers' reactions.
It was the longest State of the Union address in U.S. history, clocking in at 1 hour and 47 minutes. President Trump touting economic successes and slamming Democratic policies in a midterm year speech with much at stake for his Republican Party. President Trump Tuesday night painted a picture of the U.S. economy largely at odds with what economic data, polling, and consumer sentiment surveys show.
Inflation is plummeting. Incomes are rising fast. The roaring economy is roaring like never before.
And attacked Democrats' affordability agenda.
They knew their statements were a dirty, rotten lie. Their policies created the high prices. We are doing really well.
As he entered the chamber, Trump greeted 3 of the 6 Supreme Court justices who ruled against his sweeping emergency tariffs on Friday, then later slammed their decision.
They got it really wrong.
The president also addressing foreign policy hotspots like Venezuela and Iran.
My preference is to solve this problem through diplomacy. But one thing is certain, I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon.
And using an appearance by the Olympic champion U.S. men's hockey team to underscore his theme of America winning. Democrats rebutted the speech in different ways. Congressman Al Green of Texas was removed from the chamber early on for a protest. Dozens of other Democratic lawmakers attended a counter-rally on the National Mall.
We are better than what is under that Capitol right now.
But the official Democratic response was delivered by Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger, elected last November, and offering a preview of Democrats' potential midterm approach.
He's enriching himself, his family, his friends. The scale of the corruption is unprecedented.
Spanberger also attacked Trump's tariffs, arguing they've hurt American households and the overall U.S. economy. She also said Democrats are laser focused on affordability, teeing up messaging for the midterm campaigns ahead. On Capitol Hill, I'm Karen Kafa.
Dr. Casey Means is set to become the new U.S. Surgeon General. Means, who did not finish her residency and has seen her medical license lapse, is best known for her work as a wellness influencer. Today, she faced sharp criticism from senators over previous comments about vaccines, including hepatitis B, their link to autism, and the annual flu vaccine.
Do you think the flu vaccine reduces the risk of hospitalization or serious injury?
I've said
you're
it.
a doctor.
I believe vaccines save lives. I
The
believe
flu-
they're an
the flu
important part
vaccine.
of public health strategy.
Means comments support a recent effort from Trump appointee Mehmet Oz for Americans to take their vaccines, please. These comments clash with remarks made by appointees like RFK Jr. and other Trump health officials in the administration.
A new bill threatens state funding for Ohio colleges and universities that do not comply with SB 1. The Senate Bill 1 Compliance Act would pull from funding from universities that do not adhere to SB 1's guidelines regarding certification, employee reassignment, and cost cutting. Once pulled, funding would be withheld for the full fiscal year, not just until schools comply. SB 1 bans most diversity programs in public universities and faculty strikes. It went into effect in June. A group representing university professors in Ohio say the bill is unnecessary and could cost millions of dollars, while the bill sponsor says it ensures universities follow the law. The bill had its first hearing yesterday.
Athens will not join a program granting police departments drones via state grant, fearing state surveillance. But other cities are moving forward with the drones with the hope it can be used for search and rescue. Caitlin Hunt has the story.
9 agencies across the state were chosen to receive a drone in a box, and these drones can be launched from a permanent docking system to wherever they are needed. How these drones are used will differ from agency to agency, but these drones can be used for search and rescue and crash and natural disaster responses. Having the drone fly above any of these scenes allows first responders to plan their routes and response, and these drones can also be used to drop off needed supplies like EpiPens or Narcan. ODOT will provide needed training for these drones, and the agencies who are using the drones will collect some important data that ODOT can take to state lawmakers.
Once the operations begin, they will be in place for at least a year, collecting data on the types of missions that are being flown and response times, which will then give us a report that we can take back to the legislature and kind of show how successful the program was, and then talk about potential expansion in the future.
ODOT tried to award these drones and grant money to agencies in every part of Ohio. And here in Northeast Ohio, the Amherst Police Department was chosen. In collaboration with the Lorain County Emergency Management Agency, first responders will use the drones for some of the reasons I mentioned earlier, but also for needed responses along the 2 major highways that run adjacent to the area. Both agencies believe the drones will provide an extra sense of safety and security for residents.
I think we can definitely establish a good foundation here in Amherst and kind of show and highlight and showcase our city and our agency by being part of this program.
A group of local kids came together to celebrate Black History Month, uniting the community and honoring local Black icons. Last night, Athens Middle School hosted its 7th annual Black History Month community celebration in the auditorium. The group hosted musicians and speakers to honor prominent Black community members, including OU's first Black professor, Dr. Francine Childs, the VP of HR at the Cincinnati Enquirer, Libby Williams, and Multicultural Center of Ohio founder, Ada Woodson Adams. The event also honored renowned author and Ohio native Toni Morrison. A local politician stressed the importance of recognizing the Black community year-round, not just during Black History Month.
This year, I'm hoping to remind folks that Black History Month is significant, but it's definitely something that shouldn't be limited to February, and there's a lot we can do to not only participate and show up from February to February, but to really help build things and to make organizations and initiatives and programs stronger.
The club has hosted the event every year since it was founded in 2019.
Coming up, Columbus public health officials are warning of a new measles outbreak. What you need to know about your risk of exposure.
And after a harsh flu season, Moderna is developing a new mRNA vaccine.
And there's a chance of snow tonight into tomorrow morning. Stick around after the break to see just how much snow we could be looking at.
Downton is a great house, and the Crawleys are a great family.
Do you know the new heir? He's Robert's third cousin.
I thought Lady Mary was the heir.
Girls can't inherit. Don't you care about Downton?
I've given my life to Downton.
I won't let them change me.
Why are you so against him?
He isn't one of us.
Welcome to Downton.
To be seen in the company of the illustrious Forsytes, who wouldn't leap at the chance?
This is our moment. A golden opportunity.
They might speed you on your way to the fulfillment of your desires.
To love and be loved. To trust and be trusted. To dance.
It will be a dance.
Miss Austen.
Miss Scarlett.
Miss Austen was sister to the great lady novelist Jane Austen.
What's she doing here?
My name's...
I know exactly who you are.
The lady detective. Miss Scarlett, isn't it?
Miss Austen.
Miss Scarlett!
Miss Austen.
Miss Scarlett.
Come along.
Regardless of your stage of life, whether you're starting your first job, getting the keys to a new home, or enjoying retirement, it's never too early or too late to create an estate plan to care for loved ones and support the causes that are meaningful to you. WOUB Public Media is pleased to have partnered with Giving Dogs, a free resource for building an estate plan that fits your needs and protects the people and causes you care about. Visit WOUB.org and click the Support tab to get started today.
Franklin County health officials are investigating 6 cases of measles in the county, 5 of which involve people with no recent travel history. Officials say the cases were reported among children who were unvaccinated. The Ohio Department of Health announced a potential measles exposure at John Glenn Airport on February 18th between 6 and 9 p.m. If you are unvaccinated and were there at the time, officials recommend watching for symptoms until March 11th. Symptoms include a fever, cough, and rash. Infected individuals can spread the virus for up to 4 days before becoming symptomatic.
mRNA technology has grown substantially in recent years after its use in the COVID-19 vaccine. Now new developments show promise in creating a more effective flu vaccine. Ivan Rodriguez reports with the latest.
If the FDA approves Moderna's new mRNA flu shot, it could be available for people ages 50 and older for the upcoming flu season. The ability to produce these vaccines quickly could be a game changer when it comes to identifying a flu strain. mRNA or messenger RNA may still sound relatively new to many people, but experts say the technology has been studied for decades.
The COVID-19 vaccine really brought it to the forefront.
Andrew Pekosh with the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health says a potential future mRNA flu vaccine could be helpful to the public and scientists.
There have been clinical trials that show that mRNA vaccine generates stronger responses and more protection than the standard flu vaccine. But another thing that it can do is it can shorten the time needed to choose a vaccine strain.
Pekosh says today vaccine strains are chosen 6 to 7 months before flu season. With mRNA technology, it could be shortened to 8 weeks or less.
And what that allows us to do is get a better match between the viruses that are circulating and the vaccine strain.
A common question over the years has been mRNA vaccine safety and the impact to one's DNA.
The mRNA vaccines don't have the ability to do anything to your own DNA. They're specifically designed to stay away from your DNA. Some of the current mRNA influenza vaccines that are moving through the clinical analysis pipeline are even safer than the COVID-19 mRNA and still outperform the standard flu vaccine.
Experts tell me that during this year's flu season, when a new strain of the virus emerged, it didn't match well to the existing flu shot, but nothing could be done since it would have taken several months to create a new vaccine. mRNA technology could have helped generate a quicker and better vaccine, experts say. In Washington, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
The Medicare Hospital Expense Fund is now expected to run out by 2040. After President Trump announced the ending taxes on Social Security benefits, the fund will now expire 12 years earlier. The Hospital Expense Fund provides for hospital visits, hospice care, short-term nursing care, and other services. This reduction comes as a result of the One Big Beautiful bill passed last year. The Congressional Budget Office projects general Medicare benefits will begin to erode by 2040 and 2056. The fund is projected to struggle to operate from budget constraints.
Spring is fast approaching, only 3 weeks away. But this also means allergies will be hitting 1 in 5 children and 1 in 4 adults in the U.S. Experts recommend Americans start preparing now before the allergies have already arrived. They spotlighted steroid nasal sprays for those with allergies, recommending them once a day throughout the spring. And for those who see their allergies start earlier, he said it was acceptable to begin taking treatments earlier. But, we're kind of seeing that spring weather already. Are we going to get sort of started into, I don't know, some more consistent weather anytime here soon?
Hopefully. We're looking at some really nice winter beginning to move out of the area. Some spring-like temperatures today. So I don't know if you guys got to go outside today at all.
Yes, I did. It was actually pretty windy too, but it kind of felt good.
Yeah, it was nice, and we're going to see that begin to fade into a little bit more of a rainy and snowy pattern later tonight. So unfortunately, if you like the warm weather, it's going to begin to creep out, then creep back in. I'm kind of describing this as a roller coaster pattern pretty indicative of springtime being in the air. What we're looking at right now are two things on our satellite. First of all, just how many clouds there are behind me. The radar and the satellite lighting up with activity here across much of the eastern United States. The one place we haven't seen a lot of activity today, thankfully, has been here in Ohio. We've been one of the only places to be looking at a nice, clear, sunny day, and because of that, just as Charlie mentioned, it's been feeling a lot warmer, a lot more like spring. Unfortunately, tomorrow morning, that will not be the case. We are seeing one system developing on satellite here in Iowa, beginning to turn into a low pressure system heading directly for our area. So as that comes in, expect a little bit of snow later tonight in towards tomorrow morning. Not a ton of impacts, but you must be thinking, how are we getting snow if it's so warm out? Well, it's because very, very clear skies can cool off temperatures a lot faster. Just as very clear skies can warm up temperatures a lot faster. That's why we got so warm here in southeast Ohio, 55 in Athens, nearly 60 down in Huntington. But overnight, these temperatures dropped off quickly, and we're expecting much of the same tonight and through the next few nights as well. Expecting those to continue to drop off steadily, even though it may be shorts weather even during the daytime. Later in towards this weekend, it's going to be sweatshirt, maybe even jacket weather overnight. So one model says this is how this storm is going to play out here. Starting in towards Indianapolis, quickly shooting through Cincinnati along the Ohio River and in towards southeast Ohio. This would be a very fast hitting system tonight in towards tomorrow morning. Expect these impacts to ramp up sometime around 5 or 6 in the morning, be out by 10 or 11. It may be even more brief than that. This may just be 1 to 2 hours of snow moving through. Not expecting accumulation. If there is accumulation, it'll be a ½ inch or less. So with that, you are expecting those temperatures to slowly cool off during the nighttime. Bring a jacket, bring a sweatshirt if you're heading out anywhere tonight, including tomorrow morning as well. Those snow showers will be in the area. But tomorrow, once that snow clears out, we'll have a pretty nice day here. Temperatures in those 50s, low 50s, upper 40s here with some pretty clear skies. Partly cloudy turning into mostly sunny as we hit the evening. As we look a little bit further here, we are going to see a pattern flip once again. This system comes through, still kind of sticking around in towards our area tomorrow. So still going to keep us a little bit chillier. That's why those temperatures only in the upper 40s to get towards tomorrow night. Still sticking around. Expect temperatures below freezing. Here's our friend and our savior for the future, though. This high pressure system, this time not coming from the north and the cold weather, but coming from the south and the warm weather. This warm air mass will come through as we get towards Friday now, cementing itself along the Ohio River Valley and bringing us some very nice temperatures for your weekend. So let's play this out minute by minute here in southeast Ohio tomorrow. After the rain and the snow begins to clear out of the area, expect temperatures nearly reaching 50 degrees. Some partly cloudy skies turn into mostly sunny skies on Friday and the end of your work week. So get towards Saturday. Friday and Saturday both going to be just about 60 degrees here. The unfortunate news is on the backside of the weekend. We will be seeing temperatures cool off and maybe a rain and snow maker as we head towards early next week.
Thank you, Zach. If you are looking to get away from this undecisive Ohio weather, spring break is right around the corner. If you haven't booked a getaway yet, there's still plenty of time. In today's Consumer Watch, Jen Sullivan has tips on how to still score some deals.
Are you tired of the snow and cold weather? It's not too late to book a spring getaway.
There are loads of places that still have availability and places that you can find great deals.
Emily Kaufman, known as the Travel Mom, says if you're looking for somewhere warm, all-inclusive resorts are great for families.
They're a great way to stick to a budget, and you get so much value. Your accommodations, your meals.
Looking for something adventurous like skiing? If you book at a Vail Resort, which are located at various ski towns, you can get $100 or more off per lift ticket if you book at least 4 weeks in advance.
That's a savings of 30%.
Kaufman recommends Keystone Resort for families. There's one located right outside of Breckenridge, Colorado. If you don't want to splurge on a long hotel stay, Kaufman says check out Resort Pass. They sell day passes to hotels and spas at more than 2,500 locations in the U.S., Caribbean, Mexico, and parts of South America. When you're planning your trip, check out the community's Convention and Visitors Bureau because they'll often advertise special deals on local activities. Kaufman says being flexible with your travel dates will help keep down the cost, but that can be tricky when you're tied to the school calendar.
Flights are going to be challenging because it's all about supply and demand.
Kaufman suggests checking alternate airports around your destination city because prices can fluctuate.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
Next in sports, it's another week of the fast break. It's playoff time for high school basketball in Southeast Ohio.
Yeah, it sure is great. And we'll take a look at brackets and more when we come back.
Hey, in the meantime, go ahead and check out all of our social medias. Go ahead and follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and X to stay up to date on all the news in Southeast Ohio.
Next time, parents navigate the complex world of jungles, doing all they can to protect and provide for the next generation. But some jungles are now being transformed in ways that make raising young almost impossible. This is Parenthood.
Tonight at 8 on WOUB.
Hiding right under our noses, there are secret worlds that come to life. Now, on this rapidly changing planet, discover how people are finding new ways to live alongside nature. That could help the next generation create real change. A shared planet is a better home for all of us.
The Ohio Art Corridor is a destination experience. We would like this to be the largest outdoor art gallery in the world.
Portsmouth was able to field an incredible team for a brief moment in the sun that almost was sweet enough to get them a national championship.
We got land granted to us in Ohio. Great opportunity. Let's go. How would you know you got here? It was just sheer determination and patience and just hard, back-breaking work.
The bridge was acclaimed at the time of being an engineering marvel.
Progress is all about taking the lessons of the past and doing better. So I would hope that now that we know better, we will do better.
Seven of the fast breaks here in A. Time is flying. Let me go ahead and tell you that right now, Natalie. Playoffs completely in full swing right now, though. Each game just keeps getting more and more important.
Yeah, that's right, Grant. We've seen a lot of teams that have gotten sent home already. So let's talk about someone who stepped up for a win this week.
Yeah, not many rise to the occasion. Time and time again, like this man, Carson Davis from Meggs with another legendary performance, Natalie.
Yeah, he is unstoppable. He keeps stacking Hero of the Week awards. It was his third this past week, and Monday might have been his best performance yet. 31-14 to beat Westfall. He became program all-time leading scorer, too.
All right, let's go to another Monday night game. Vinton County has made a reputation for their postseason struggles. They continue once again.
Yeah, they lost to Gallia on the road, and Coach NJ Kite hasn't won a playoff game as a head coach yet. He's used to great regular seasons. This is the first one under 500 since 2001.
Hey, talk about a long time. Let's go ahead and look at some of the results around the TVC. It's been more losses than wins, but two teams are heading to the combo next week.
Yeah, we talked about Vinton County and Meggs, but Athens and NY, they were eliminated. Wellston continues its dream season with that blowout win. They face Chesapeake in the convo on Monday.
Some regions waiting to start. Alexander eliminated last Friday.
Yeah, they had a tough loss against a team on their level. Now, rest our upcoming games. Belpre Waterford Hawking showdown coming up. Waterford is hot, but the main event in D7, Southern has aspirations to get to Dayton, and it starts tomorrow.
That's right. Let's go ahead and flip to the girls' side, and the top contender got a big win Monday night.
Yeah, Brindley Cottrell and Fed Hawk have a favorable path. After beating Clay, they need just one more win for that district title. I mean, they dominated Clay and proved that they're a legit state title threat.
All right, let's go ahead, run through these girls' brackets real quick. Teams starting to get eliminated. We left off Vinton County, who got eliminated over a week ago. But end of the road for these teams right here.
Yeah, Athens and Alexander advanced the district semifinals and both lost. Wellston ran into state title defender, Portsmouth, and then NY and River Valley first round exits as well.
All right, some more luck in some of the lower divisions. District finals are on the line.
Yeah, we talked about Fed Hawk, Belpre with an upset over Coal Grove, and that sets up a Belpre Waterford matchup for the district title. I mean, that is cinema, Grant. Eastern cruises to their first win, and then Trimble falls to South Gallia. Grant, I can't believe it's coming to an end, but each game matters more and more as the days go by.
Yeah, there's a reason why the playoffs are magical, but hey, for Hardwood Heroes content and more of it, go ahead to go to the WOUB YouTube page and our website, WOUB.org. Go ahead and check her out at 11 o'clock on Sunday night. Let's go ahead and send it back to you.
Thanks, Grant. Still ahead, it's that time of the year. The nominees are out and the polls are open for the 2026 class in the 2026 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
and there's a chance of some snow in the forecast. Stick around to see just how much snow we could be looking at in the future.
We who believe in freedom cannot rest until this happens.
Free all political prisoners. All power to the people.
It's now time for America to wake up.
Revolution is not a spectator sport. Silence is a noise too.
Tuesday at 8 on WOUB.
Now streaming on the PBS app, the definitive collection from Emmy-winning scholar Henry Louis Gates Jr. From full seasons of Finding Your Roots.
These are your immigrant ancestors.
Oh my goodness.
To acclaimed documentaries.
Black Americans created a world behind the veil.
Discover the incredible history that connects us all. Stream the Henry Louis Gates Jr. collection now with Passport on the PBS app.
Every now and then, an essay continues to speak to people.
Henry David Thoreau wrote about the impact of industrialization on nature and society. He tried to live a simple and intentional existence.
I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately.
Thoreau says you can't even ask the deep questions if you don't stop to figure out what the deep questions are.
On Secrets of the Dead.
Hannibal was the greatest military figure in our history.
His trek through the Alps is legendary.
The thought of Hannibal bringing 37 elephants over the Alps is ridiculous.
But how did he do it?
We went after the chemistry, the mineralogy.
Scientists uncover the mystery of...
That's the way that Hannibal would have come in.
Hannibal in the Alps on Secrets of the Dead.
Tonight at 10 on WOUB.
A new year means a new class of nominees for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This year's list is larger than ever with 17 artists, so the nominees can expect some stiff competition. New nominees include Phil Collins, Lauryn Hill, and Shakira, while last year's nominees like Iron Maiden and Mariah Carey are making another bid for the Hall of Fame. Fans have until April 21st to vote for their favorite artists. You can cast your vote through the link on your screen. Well, a lot of, all over the place, genre-wise. Not a lot of rock. There's some, but, Shakira? I don't know. How do you guys feel about it?
It's a little conflicting of all the different genres, kind of, but honestly, I feel like Shakira, you have Phil Collins, though, who's a classic, but then Shakira can make anyone just want to get up and dance, I feel like. So, can't go wrong with her.
I have to agree. A lot of genres, but undoubtedly some classics definitely in there.
Yeah. We've kind of been rocking and rolling with the punches with this weather, so, are we going to get some stability here soon?
Hopefully. Unfortunately, we are still dealing with some of those roller coaster type conditions here. Tonight, we are expecting a snowstorm, brief, quick hitter, but in the meantime, buckle down and expect a little bit of snow before we begin to warm up for the weekend. Here's these colder temperatures on your screen right now. Below freezing here in Athens tonight with some snow possible. It's going to turn over to some real consistent snow as the morning progresses tomorrow, but then you see as the daytime goes on tomorrow just how short that snow is, because by the afternoon we're already partly sunny and into nearly 50-degree temperature ranges. As we get towards Friday, into Saturday and the end of your work week, beginning of your weekend, it's a lovely time to go out and get out there with some sunny skies and some temperatures in the 60s before some rain next week.
That does it for our broadcast this evening. Thanks for watching.
Have a great night and stay tuned for the PBS NewsHour.